Hello and welcome to another video, guys. So today's video is going to be talking about a little bit about a few things actually. First thing is going to be about different things, how the healing process works, and all different things basically. You'll see in the video as we go along. And we'll also be doing some Archangel Michael channeling. Be talking about the 7 archangels, what are they? And who is the highest angel of them all. So I hope you enjoy this video, guys. Once again, please comment, like and subscribe. Until then, thank you and enjoy. Channeling with Archangel Michael. But first we're going to talk a little bit about life, a few things that may not surround Michael, but everything does because it is on a soul level. So there are a lot of things I have written down, which is from Spirit as well. So it may be a bit jumbled up. Archangel Michael, he is truth and he is protection. He wields the shield and sword, the warrior of God, top angel. Beside his arm, trustworthy, loyal, a healer, guardian, protecting life and all that are part of the universe. Energy expanding consciousness. We must come together and reunite in God's glory, reunite in the energy. Archangel Michael asks us to pray. Light of heaven, of light of heart, light the way. You have many paths, choices, free will. You will choose. The choices is yours. Remember, nothing is in vain, only truth of heart and heart of love. Like you love your sister and brother, for the world you live in is changing. Gains in one truth, but not in another. You try to live someone else's life, but you lose space to live your own. So we need to live our own life. We're always trying to live someone else's life. Or we're trying to change something that we can't control. Archangel Michael. So the human self and blocks can be ego, fear, illusions. Your mind creates illusions to the things our mind focuses upon. Soul self, healing, unconditional love, connections to mind, body and spirit. Be honest, be kind, be loving, be truthful, treat others with kindness. separate from human and soul self, so we have to separate to understand both sides and to have that empathy, to understand the other's emotions. Higher energy is expanding in that knowingness, consciousness, soul energy of angel and heaven light. We live in a world where we are tested to our limits. We resist so much, it's like we think it's the end of the world. Our egos get the better of us. The number one thing that stops us from manifesting of our dreams, desires and wishes. We are told from children we can't, or we ain't worthy. Don't do this. What? Don't do this. So we need to step back. We need to step back from living too much into the human conditions. Of the distractions going on within our lives, living the busy lives, deception, ego, fear, it's all been created. So we need to step back because things can be like a play. I am not me. Am I fading away? Nothing matter. Nothingness. When you're great, you are fantastic. When you're not great, you're at your worst. When it comes to the mind, things can be very complicated. We overthink, or going through a change within our lives. Nothing we do or say is never simple. We say one thing and we totally do the other. But then when we overcome it, we come into that inspiration, the understanding that illusions happen and that you are your own mirror. Life becomes traps of the ego. Fear becomes the life of the challenges. Negative people, either them or a situation that surrounds you in this present moment. We mirror the soul, the human self, ego and fear. We need to ask Archangel Michael, because Archangel Michael wants us to trust and have faith. He wants you to pray for help. He wants you to pray for you to get over that illness. He wants you to pray for abundance. He wants you to love yourself. He knows things are hard in this times. But the triggers within your own life is the triggers within deep soul. And everything you've ever gone through has led you to this point in time. Never disregard life or anything that's thrown at you. Never think that it's the end, or I can't do this or I can't do that. We think we can't because we live in those constraints, within those restrictions. We need to overcome this fear, wake up and not be in that illusion. Part 3. We go through so many challenges within our life, always being forgetful. The human self is like a baby, and the soul self has to remind the human self that the experience you've experienced on the physical level, they are real. So as the soul self remember, or makes the human self to remember. Because we live into so many strains of what reality is around us. Always going to the level of what we think is to be true to what is true. Can't see through the eyes of the trees. There is an inside and there is an outside. False notions of oneself. Is the person being in the spotlight? Are they expanding their consciousness, repeating patterns? It's about fluence, flowing through that fluence of life. Means flowing through life. And allowing the consciousness to expand. It's about being open. And we say, it doesn't matter what happens, light always overcomes darkness. And darkness will always fall. We are here to help people, not to mock people, but to show people the true inner links of that connection to true self. That true self is soul, comes through the heart, the intellect, the angelic light. And Archangel says, "Dear ones, you beautiful souls, you are amazing. We love you all so much, my child. You are our children of hierarchy light. We are always here by your side, helping you and guiding you. All you have to do is ask. Pray for great health. Pray for protection." The angel of protection is Archangel Michael, the peace bringer. Archangel Michael here is known as the archstrategos, or celestial beings. He protects and defends the people of God. He has very strong energy. He's very passionate about bringing truth and justice to the world. Archangel is one of the most popular angels and celestial guides. His Hebrew name means "who is like God." He's known as the chief prince of the heavens and protection. He is the leader of the angels. He is the champion of the faithful. He's the leader of the angels in more ways than being a powerful archangel, as he is a dragon slayer, a healer, a warrior, slain servant, war in heaven, war of God. He helped many angels and has helped to defend the earth many times. There are only 4 angels who were recognized as archangels: Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel. Archangel Michael, for help like overcoming certain fears or help with a block or a certain situation, ask for his shield of protection. He's someone you can lean on. Laws of physics don't apply to him. So most problems we face within our lives, a lot of angels can't intervene. Like Archangel Michael is one of the most powerful angels you could ever come across. He can bring in healing, but he doesn't do a lot of healing, but he can heal. He's a very great healer. His light will penetrate any evil. He is the warrior of salvation and what's to come. We live in a world where we are tested to our limits. We resist so much, it's like we think it's the end of the world. Our ego gets the better of us. The number one thing that stops us from manifesting of our dreams, desires and wishes. We are told from children we ain't worthy, don't do it this way, you must do things the way others do those. The human self traps and illusions, pretending on what's that? The conditions of living are becoming our everyday life thinking. Ego can be good and it can also be bad. Ego can have that survival instinct and that's a good thing. But fear is made up, lies and illusions. Fear, pain, negativity, evil, death, toxic people, life, living and blocks. True wisdom proper use of power comes from the inner self. To create that moment, that momentum, that stability, movement and stillness, we have to go within, becoming the best self, becoming the best version of ourselves, overcoming what we're going through. Living in the heart brings happiness, laughter, peace, love, change and abundance, and the understanding of life and all things beautiful surrounding our lives. Our lives are full of ego, fears, distractions, illusions, lies. We need to raise the energy of our earth and soul, filling in the missing pockets. When the energy has reached a level, then comes more world peace. Things get bad before they get better. Change happens from the human side of life, inner and outer. A lot of things are happening, guys, and Archangel Michael wants us to believe and have faith in him, and have faith that the changes that are going to happen, which are for the better of all. We always repeating the same things. We get so accustomed to that energy, whether it's that thought, which is that energy, and we're always separate from what we truly feel and to what we think in the mind. And until we start to love ourselves, start to value ourselves, and not just get in a love relationship just because out of fear or feeling lonely, we need to come from it at a different perspective. We need to overcome that love. We need to be true self. We need to love ourselves, to heal within ourselves, be at our best. And then people can't prey on that vulnerability that we have within them, those moments. Overcoming that fear. There's a lot of illusions in life, and there's more illusions to come. The control of manipulation through society and the government.
Archangel Michael wants us to work on true values.
Hello. Archangel Michael wants us to look at our values of life, of true. Archangel Michael wants us to look at life and to look at our whole world, to the things we're going through, guys. And when we can actually open our hearts enough and allow Michael's energy to pierce all the negativity, to create that abundance, that love. He's here to protect us and to bring order to this world. So we need to ask Archangel Michael, ask for more faith, ask for that more health, and bring in that peace and serenity. Ask for that space to clear those blocks that we're going through, guys. And remember, don't be scared. And always ask for that help you truly need. It's about going within and opening your own heart. And when we open our heart, we open to the possibilities of that clearing within that energy. It's about sending that healing. So when we send that healing, we coming into that soul growth. So ask for that health, great health. Ask for that new car, that new house. Anything you truly want. Great health, more abundance, more love into your life. Always state what kind of things you truly want, because if we don't state it, and then the other things that come within our lives we don't end up having. Or when we get into a relationship, we end up thinking, oh, why did that person cheat? And we never stated we didn't want cheating. So we have to state these things that we don't realise. So when we realise and we come into that peace, guys, we're coming into that soul growth of that whole oneness. The whole oneness is you, and we all can be who we want to be, not what we think. Come out the mind. Archangel Michael wants us to come out the mind, guys. Wants us to come out the mind. Welcome, guys. So we're always trying to change something that we no longer have control over. So it's about accepting the things we don't have control and going beyond that limitation to what our mind's been programmed to think. And it's about overcoming that illusion. Overcoming the illusion of self, the illusion of society and the things around us within our mind, and coming into that truth of the heart and to that healing. To become oneness is to become self. To become self is to become that love. To become that love, you have to overcome the human experiences and know that anything we ever go through is there to teach us valuable lessons. That's how we maneuver through those problems. We don't end up pushing through because we have these blocks of life. And it's the ego, the fear basement, the way we've been programmed within society, within schooling. And Archangel Michael wants us to step back from our daily problems. And even if we can meditate just for a few moments, coming into that truth. So Archangel Michael wants us to look at the truth within our soul, to the things that making us trigger, to society, and overcoming that love and allowing ourselves to become into that true bliss, to overcome that fear. And when we come into that truth, it's about learning to channel that great positivity. Any kind of channeling, whether it's spiritual channeling, angel channeling, archangel Michael channeling, takes stillness. We need to clear the mind before we can do anything like that. If we can't deal with our own emotions, how can we help someone else through their own emotions? So we have to separate ourselves for those moments in time that we're doing a channeling for someone or a spirit. When we overcome certain things within life, we're overcoming the obstacles, the blocks that are faced our way. Our soul truly knows, and our soul is truly wise. It's just breaking that barrier, breaking the crack of that iceberg to come into that true soul bliss. It's just breaking through the human experience, that barrier, to come into the person, to become the best version of yourself. To become two best versions is to become one. The healing, to the things we're going through, and to reflect upon those things as well.
Creative Believe S.
You are abundance and you are love. You can create anything you truly want within your life. You are that abundance of your own soul growth. So it's about coming into your true self and empowering yourself enough to raise the energy. You've thought these thoughts for so long, felt those boundaries and those blocks for too long now, and it's now time to bring in that light, raise our frequency and energy. So we say, I am that truth. I create abundance into my life, and I do it with compassion. I am abundance. I am the creator of my own reality. What I think and feel I create. I love me, for I am worthy. I am valued. I am strong, and I am strength. I become the words I speak, the words I feel. I'm always thinking positive, and I attract what positivity I let off. The universe is bringing so much great joy. They bring so much excitement, so much abundance within my life. And even though I can't see through something, I don't dwell on it. I try and forget about it. And I try and live in the moment, in the now. I see and practicing already having. So in those times, in that pain, that heartache, or when I can't attract something, or when I'm feeling I can't, I realise it, I acknowledge it, step back from it, and then I push on and keep thinking the things that it's about practicing already received, practicing pretending you already got it, and if you go in with it already received it, even though you haven't received it at the time, it's about that patience, learning and practicing that patience. When we practice patience, we are drawing these positives, we're programming everything to attract all that abundance, that positivity. So instead of the negatives, we're replacing them every single second. Whenever we're thinking of a bad or low vibration thought, we replace it, or we keep thinking of things that's going to raise our energy and push us forward within that momentum. That's going to raise us so much that we're just focusing on the positives. We'll focus on the positive memory.
Understanding channeling with spirit S, angels, archangels.
To be able to come forward, we have to get in a relaxed position, clear the mind with meditation, clearing the mind, asking for that white light to come through. And then we have to say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil. For thee is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. So we begin with that prayer, and then we ask for Archangel Michael. We ask for Archangel Michael to come forth. Then we do that prayer again. Raise the energy, establish a connection, ask for protection, all from the highest good. So it's about setting that intention, guys, as well. I did write a few things down so I don't forget. So yeah, it's about coming it from the 4th D, which is from the ego. So yeah, it's about coming from that 4D, from the ego, fear-based human society, because we get so conditioned within society. We repeat so many different things that we get accustomed to that energy, whether it's the same thought we keep repeating over and over, that creates that block. So we're never moving forward, and that's why I repeat so many same things in my videos. And people say, oh, why he's doing the same video? It's designed to help you to become aware, so the soul self can come through to the human experience, because the human self is like a baby. So it is about overcoming that fear. And the 5th D, coming into the 5th D, is that soul connection, that soul love. Not only unconditional love. We're not always in the same energy, you see, guys. So we have to match up the energy to our feelings. When we do that, we can manifest and attract the things we truly want, but we have to be aware of the things we're projecting on the outside. So it's about bringing heaven and earth in order. Indigo children bring healing. It's new energy, new order to the earth. New energy brings healing, and cutting cords to life blocks. So it's cutting cords and overcoming the obstacles. Sometimes we have to learn patience. Sometimes if we get to the end of patience, we give up. We think, oh, we never had it, oh, we're never going to get it. But because we gave up, and we could have had it just then, but because we decided to give up. And I hope that helped you, everyone. I will be doing another video. Until, peace.